Welcome to the 2018 Odyssey of the Mind World Finals! My name is Nick Pankowitz, and along with Monique Garza and William Miklas, we will be your hosts for the evening.
Hello, everyone. Shortly, we will be beginning the World Finals opening parade, during which we will be featuring some of the wakiest or most unusual laws that each state and country has to offer.
But first, let's welcome the Grand Marshal of today's events, the #1 creative creature, the wonder with the striped tail. Please give it up for everyone's favorite furry friend, Omer, escorted by ISU's mascot, Sai.
Okay, first up, it's the country where it's officially illegal to kill a Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot. Give it up for Canada and their AD, Jennifer Martin.
Here comes the country where adults are required by law to visit your parents often. It's China! Let's hear it for China and their AD Racing Chef.
Entering the arena is the country where it's actually illegal to run out of gas while driving on the Autobahn. It's Germany! Escorted with their AD, Stefan Hubner.
Joining us now are the teams from where you are not allowed to sing without prior permission on a beach. It's Hong Kong! Give the Hong Kong teams and their AD Lang Kwok Long welcome!
Okay, now here's the country where it's illegal to make, possess, or fly a kite without a permit. It's India! Give it up for the teams from India and their AD, Pradeep Shetha.
Joining us in the arena are the teams from the country where, according to a 2009 law, it's illegal to be overweight. It's Japan! Give it up for the team from Japan and Hiroshi Yashimitu.
Please join us for a warm welcome to the teams, the country where bicyclers must keep their feet on the pedals at all times. It's Mexico! Please give it up for the teams from Mexico and their AD, Monica Garza.
Now entering the arena are the teams from the country where you can be fined for having a dirty car. It's Northwest Russia! Give it up for the teams from Northwest Russia and their AD, Oksana Rumanacheva.
Now, here are the teams from the country where you will get a very large fine if you cross the street on anything but a green light. It's Poland!
And now entering the arena is one of our newest countries. Please give it up from the teams from the country where it is legal to bring your Falcon on the country's airline. It's Qatar. Please welcome teams from Qatar and their AD, Nora Allah.
Joining us now are the teams from the country where you will be fined if you forget to flush the toilet. It's Singapore! Give it up for Singapore and their AD, Winston Hodge.
Now, here comes the teams from the country where it was once illegal for children to play video games between midnight and 6 a.m. It's South Korea! Give a warm welcome to the team from Korea!
From the country with some of the tallest mountains in the world, but where you'll be arrested if you ski down a mountain while reciting poetry. It's Switzerland! Give it up for Switzerland and their AD, Marcia Banks.
Okay, now entering the arena are the teams from the United States, starting with the state where you're not allowed to honk your horn at any place where cold drinks or sandwiches are served after 9 p.m. It's Arkansas! Please give it up for Arkansas and their AD, John Pipkins.
Next up are the teams from the state where it is illegal for donkeys to sleep in bathtubs, and the state where it's illegal to misuse the national anthem, Arizona and New Mexico. Please join us welcoming under AD Diana Day.
Coming into the arena now are the teams from the state where you cannot legally eat a frog from frog jumping contest. It's California! Please join us and welcome the teams from California and their AD, Lynn Larson.
Entering now are the teams from the state where it's illegal to roll, throw, or otherwise move any large rocks in the city of Boulder. Let the boulders be in Colorado. Give it up for Colorado and their AD, Cala Potts.
Joining us in the arena are the teams from the state where a pickle is not legally a pickle unless it bounces. It's Connecticut! Give it up for the team for Connecticut under AD Betsy Wellington.
Please give us a warm welcome to the teams from the state where you can't picnic or tailgate around your car between midnight and 6 a.m. It's Delaware. Here are our teams from Delaware and their AD, Jackie Belvins.
Now entering the arena are the teams from the state where an elephant tied to a parking meter means the meter has to be paid just as if the elephant were a car. Give it up for Florida! And their AD, Matt Whaley.
Now give it up for the teams from the state where it's illegal to keep a sundae in your back pocket on Sundays. It's Georgia! Give it up to our team from Georgia and their AD, Lisa Hegley.
Coming into the arena now are our teams from the state where you need to plan your naps carefully, lest you fall asleep in a cheese shop and wake up breaking the law. It's Illinois. A warm welcome to the teams from Illinois and their AD, Diane Carricker.
Now coming into the arena are the fine teams from the state where it's illegal to catch a fish with your bare hands. It's Kansas! Please give a very large welcome to the teams from Kansas and their AD, Lana Hiddle.
Now entering are the teams from the state where you may not dye a duckling blue and offer it for sale, unless more than 6 are already up for sale. It's Kentucky! Give it up for the teams of Kentucky and their AD, Darlene Jensen.
Flowing into the arena are the teams from the state where it's officially illegal to keep your Christmas decorations up after January 14th. It's Maine. Please give it up for our teams from Maine and their ADs, Fern Brown and Elise Copeland.
Now streaming into the arena are the teams from the state where it's a violation to be in a public shirt sleeveless, and in the district where you can't dance within the memorials. It's the teams from Maryland and DC. Please welcome the teams from Maryland and DC and their AD, Breon Kalach.
Joining us in the arena are the teams from the state where it's illegal to own an exploding golf ball. It's Massachusetts! Give it up for the team of Massachusetts and their AD, Jane Fields.
Please give us a very big Odyssey welcome for the teams from the state where it's officially illegal to paint sparrows and sell them as parakeets. It's Michigan! Give it up to the teams from Michigan and their AD, Pam Gombert.
Join us in welcoming the teams from the state where a person may not cross state lines with a duck atop his or her head. It's Minnesota! Give it up for Minnesota and their AD, Karen Betz-Lundberg.
Coming into the arena are the teams from the state where it's illegal to drive with an uncaged bear. It's Missouri! Give a warm welcome to the team from Missouri under AD Linda Owen.
Now coming into the arena are the teams from where it's illegal, it's against the law for a man to knit during fishing season. It's New Jersey! Please join us in welcoming the teams from New Jersey and their AD, Nick Pankowitz.
Now walking into the arena are the teams from the state where you're not allowed to wear slippers after 10 p.m. It's New York! Give it up for the teams from New York and their AD, Sue Persico.
Please welcome the teams from the state where elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields. It's North Carolina! Give it up for the teams from North Carolina and their AD, Marjorie Moe.
Here are the teams from where it's illegal to swat a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license. It's Ohio! Give it up for the teams from Ohio.
Please welcome in the teams from the state where it's illegal to have the hind legs of farm animals in your boots. It's Oklahoma! Give it up for the teams from Oklahoma and their AD, Richard Zamore.
Now entering the arena are the teams where it's officially illegal to catch a fish with your mouth. It's Pennsylvania! Join us welcoming the team from Pennsylvania under AD Bill Nimick.
Coming in next are the teams where it's illegal to throw pickle juice on a trolley. It's Rhode Island! Join us in welcoming the teams from Rhode Island and their AD, Brian Wagner.
Now, here are the teams from the state where horses may not be kept in bathtubs. It's South Carolina! Please give it up for the teams from South Carolina and their AD, Cindy Byers.
Entering the arena are the teams from the state where it's officially illegal to share your Netflix account. It's Tennessee! Give it up for the team from Tennessee under AD Allen Ball.
Now entering are the teams from the state where thieves are required by law to inform their victims 24 hours in writing prior to robbing them. It's Texas! Please give it up from the teams from Texas and their AD, Judy Moore.
Now, here are the teams from the state where it's against the law to fish from horseback. It's Utah! Give it up for Utah and their AD, Becca Crookston.
Now coming into the arena are the teams from the state where it's illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole. It's Vermont! Please welcome the team sliding in front of Vermont under AD Katie Jacob.
Now entering are the teams from the state where you can't wash your mule on the sidewalk. It's Virginia! Please welcome the teams from Virginia and their AD, David Tuda.
Now, here are the teams from the state where it's illegal to harass Bigfoot or any other undiscovered subspecies. It's Washington! Please give it up for the teams from Washington and their AD, Laura Casper.
Now are the teams from the state where whistling underwater is prohibited. It's West Virginia. Let's give it up for the teams from West Virginia under AD Robin Tennant.
Up next, we have the teams from the state where it's required by law to serve all apple pie in public with a piece of cheese. It's Wisconsin! Please give it up from the teams from Wisconsin and their AD, Tammy Schmitz.
And last, but certainly not least, here come the teams from our host state, the one where you lovebirds here in the audience are gonna have to be careful because by law, kisses may not last longer than 5 minutes. It's Iowa! Let's give it up for Iowa and their AD, Alan Strohmeyer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if everybody could please take their seats as the teams from Iowa make it around the arena, let's give them one more round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen and owners of all ages, coming to you live from the Hilton Coliseum at Iowa State University, it's the 39th annual Odyssey of the Mind World Finals! Everybody here today has made it through one or more levels of competition, and you all deserve a round of applause. You are all here to represent your states and countries.
I'd like to introduce all of our International Association directors. So please, let's welcome from Canada, their AD, Jennifer Martin. From China, Weixin Shen. From Germany, Stefan Hubner. From Hong Kong, Lan Kwok Long. From India, Prabhat Chadiva. From Japan, Hiroshisa Yamashita. From Poland, Wojtek Rabinowicz. From Qatar, Noor Allah. From Singapore, Christine Bok. From South Korea, Royce Jung Hyung Bak. From Switzerland, Marcia Banks. From Russia, Alexandra. And from USA, Lee Lafuz.
And of course, let's give it up for the AD of Mexico, Moni Garza. Ladies and gentlemen, one last round of applause for all of our association directors. Now, if everyone can please stand for the medley of national anthems.
Thank you all of our international association directors. Now please take your seats so we can get on with the celebration. Thank you, everybody.
Welcome to Odyssey of the Mind World Finals!
From China to Odyssey. Join the rock and rolls! Philadelphia wants to trade. We came all the way from North Carolina for Odyssey of Mind!
Canada! Love! Odyssey of the Mind. We're stepping into creativity!
We flip for Odyssey of the Mind.
You dare be here for mockumentary! Woo! We love New York! Welcome to Odyssey of the Mind!
Delaware says mockumentary rocks.
Arizona is ready to travel! Woo! Turn the house to Odyssey! Yay! Massachusetts rocks! We're having a ball at Odyssey!
Texas loves Odyssey of the Mind.
We love Odyssey!
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? My name is Katerina Miklas, and I'm here to tell you about all the fun things to do while you're on campus these next few days. So, how many of you like pin trading? Pin Pin trading is a great way to meet people from all around the world while you're here, but make sure you only trade in the zones that say pin trading. Also, be sure to check out the Creativity Festival in Lead, where you can see all the different booths from around the world. And also, be sure to check out the Odyssey Angels booth. While you're there, check out Premier Portraits so you can get a team picture. And they also sell yearbooks. And every yearbook you buy, $5 goes to Odyssey Angels. How many of you have met Omer so far? If you get a chance to see Omer on campus, be sure to take a selfie. And if you post it on social media, make sure you add a hashtag #OmerSelfie. Thanks, Omer. Also, after the Creativity Festival closes on Saturday, the International Festival will be open, where all the international countries can bring their items to sell that are native to their country. I personally love it, and you all should check it out. On Friday, in this building, there is graduation, and be sure to support all your team members that are graduating here. And after, you can stay in this building for the coaches competition, which is directly after graduation. It is hilarious, and you all will love it. On Thursday, in this building, we will hold Float and Banner, and it is personally one of my favorites. You should all check it out, where all the different teams and countries and states make their floats and banners, and it's just a fun time. Also, NASA is here this year if you haven't seen them yet. They have a bunch of classroom activities to do with you guys in Curtis Hall, so be sure to go and head over there sometime this week. Also, you should definitely check out souvenir sales so you can get all the newest gear from this year. Also, you can get these really cool socks, which I highly recommend. I hope you all have a fantastic time while you're here, and I'm going to pass the mic back over to my brother, William.
Thank you, Katerina. Okay, I'd just like to introduce somebody who has made this just such an amazing program, who has built this up, taking over from his father, and just making this what this is today. I'd like to introduce my father, the director, Mr. Sammy Miklas.
Thank you all. I know you all are tired from your trip, but it's going to be a wonderful week, and you're going to have a great amount of fun. This is our 10th time World Finals has been hosted by Iowa State University and the Ames Convention and Visitors Bureau. You can see a banner right over there that shows you all the years it's there. So we thank Iowa State University and we thank Ames. Now I'd like to introduce to you from the Vice President for Extension and Outreach at Iowa State University, Dr. John Lawrence.
Thank you, and welcome to Iowa State University. This is home of the Odyssey of the Mind World Finals. We want to welcome all of the contestants, the volunteers, the coaches that made the trip from literally around the world to join us here in Ames. We certainly appreciate you being here. It's a beautiful campus. It's a beautiful time of the year to be here. Here at Iowa State University, we're known as the Cyclones. You met Cy, our mascot, walking around here earlier. And while you're here, as my role as vice president, is going to make you official Cyclones while you're on campus. So in doing that, there's a few things you should know. First off, our university motto is science with practice. We believe in creating, sharing, and applying knowledge to make Iowa and the world a better place. We value discovery, and we appreciate creative thinking. And we're interested not only in describing problems, but in finding solutions. And that's something you've demonstrated that you can do very, very well. Now, given all that information, you ought to feel right at home here at Iowa State. You're among tens of thousands of students from around the world who have competed to make it here to the World Finals, creating original solutions to Odyssey of Mind problems, competing in your regions and states and areas, and now at the World Finals. Because of your creativity and teamwork, you're part of the largest international competition for creative problem solving in the world. At Iowa State, we encourage our students to be creative and to find their own adventure. You have the opportunity to create your own adventure through your competition. You have a chance to learn of other cultures, through a common goal, and that's to be as creative as you can be. Your teams represent the best of the best in creative minds, and you're going to face some fierce competition, but you're also going to experience great camaraderie from your competitors from around the world. You might even meet people here that you remember and remain friends with for the rest of your life. So when our basketball team plays here, the Iowa State Cyclones, we play here in Hilton Coliseum. The basket's on that end and this end down here. We have a little thing we call Hilton Magic. Our crowd is so noisy, it is rated as one of the best places if you're a home team, one of the worst places if you're a visiting team to play basketball in the United States because our fans just go crazy. So how about it? Can you guys make some noise here tonight? Do you know how to do that? Okay. Yes, you know how to make noise. You'd make great Cyclones while you're here, and I hope to someday welcome you back here as freshmen at Iowa State University. Congratulations and good luck on your competition this week.
All right, we all know that Odyssey of the Mind is made possible by tens of thousands of volunteers from all over the world. And we would like to thank each and every one of them because you all mean so much to every one of us and all the other team members who were not able to qualify for World Finals. But each year, we always pick one person who seems to do more and helps the program in so many different ways. And this year is no exception. Now, you might be wondering why we come up with these papers. Why don't we have this stuff memorized? Well, the Odyssey Spirit Award is given annually to a volunteer who does more than we ever would have asked. This year's recipient has done, to name a few things, was a team member, was a judge, was an association director, a tournament director, a World Finals team registration volunteer, an international host, a problem translator, a World Finals interpreter. He helps get us our animation. He's a Creative Opportunities Unlimited board member, and he's run numerous Eurofest events. That's just to say some. This year's recipient, and this is why I have the piece of paper, because I can't pronounce it the way it's spelled. I needed help. And you're also going to get one thing too. This is the one time we're going to encourage something that we try to calm down at the awards. This year's winner is Wojtek Radziwiłowicz. You may say Polska, Polska, Polska.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Odyssey of the Mind. Good evening, everyone. Dobry wieczór. Since I was on a team myself many years ago, just like all of you are today, I know well that rather than listening to folks speaking at ceremonies, you'd preferably go and trade some pins, go make new friends, do your best at competition, have fun, and make memories of a lifetime. Thus, I will not bore you with talking much about the Spirit Award. Instead, I'll invite you to demonstrate Odyssey of the Mind spirit yourselves by learning how to say good luck to all teams in all languages represented this year at World Finals. So please try to repeat after me, starting with Arabic. Haz Said. Well done. Now in Chinese. Tsune Haoin. In Singapore Chinese, Cayu. In Hong Kong Chinese, Ho Wan. In German, Viel Glück. In Swiss French, Bonne Chance. In Japanese, Gambate. In Hindu, Shubkamnei. In Korean, there is a language more difficult than Polish actually. Heun ul piroyo. In Russian, uspiechov. In Spanish, buena suerte. In my native Polish, powodzenia. And in your native English, good luck. This is Odyssey of the Mind Spirit. Thank you.
Wojtek is surrounded on stage tonight by past Spirit winners. And on behalf of them, they say, welcome to the club. Thank you, guys. All right. Did anybody enjoy solving their problem this year? Huh? Yeah? Well, did you enjoy solving triathlon travels? Triathlon Travels. This week, your international problem captain will be responsible for all your competitions, and that gentleman is Mr. Wayne Odie. Thank you, Wayne. There are other problems that teams here solved. Did anybody here solve emoji speak for yourself? This week, the person who will be running the 3 competition sites for Emoji Speak for Yourself is the very efficient and wonderful Carol Byros, International Problem Captain. I know there can't be anybody in here who solved mockumentary. Seriously? While you're here this week, if you are in Mockumentary seriously as a team member or as a spectator, you are sure to have a lot of fun because that fun comes from the top, and the top is International Problem Captain, Mr. Matt Lopez. All right. This is a big house, but this isn't the animal house. All right. Balsa wood will be being broken and flying, but you're all going to have a great time because International Problem Captain Dan Cement is going to make sure you have a great time. Dan, thank you. Maybe you're a little tired, I know that. We're going quickly. But you might have enough energy when we're done that maybe we could all get together at a interstellar hangout. So that's our stellar hangout. And it is run by one of the most efficient international problem captains we've ever had. But more importantly, she's so sweet that when she even walks on stage, I gain 5 pounds. International problem captain Charlene Smith. Now, we don't have any cool videos for these, but I want you all to meet them here because they're going to be really important to you and your teams. Come on up, please. Every team here has a long-term problem, but they're different problems. Every team here goes to spontaneous. And the person running all of spontaneous is the mighty international problem captain, Joy Kurtz. You might see this guy riding around on a golf cart. If you do, you might want to just give him a pin. Don't ask to trade a pin. Let him know what problem and division you're in and your membership number, because this guy is the one who determines the results of the competition. Our scorekeeping captain, Jeff Carter. A few years ago, we started a program called Odyssey Angels, where we're encouraging you guys to go into your neighborhood and use your creativity to help others in your community. And we've been so wonderful having so many wonderful teams and families performing in this. And we would like to show you a video on this year's winning. Everybody's a winner, but this is the one that won a trip to World Finals.
I'm Owen. I'm Jackie. I'm Sam. I'm Molly. And I'm Callie.
Hi, I'm Christy.
I'm Justin.
We decided for our project to help the homeless by making Flarn mats. Flarn is yarn made out of recyclable plastic.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Sapina. I work with St. Matthew's House. St. Matthew's House is in Naples, Florida, and we serve our local homeless population here. We have 2 homeless shelters. We have, unfortunately, more homeless then we're able to serve each day as far as a shelter. Odyssey of the Mind has partnered up with us with Plarn mats. We had one lady that was so excited because she knew what they were, and she started to explain to the other folks. She goes, "Oh, these are really good. I had gotten these up north once, and they're very comfortable."
They allowed all of our school to participate. So when we had events, we had all of the students got to participate in making the mats. It was an experience that they can all feel proud of. Something that's such a small thing has such a huge impact, and it makes a difference in this world, and we are so proud of this group.
We collected tons, almost a whole shed full.
We have a shed full of bags.
To help, and we continue getting more even though the event has passed. We have bags and bags flooded in, so we are going to continue hosting Plarn making events, and it's been awesome.
We're happy to have this in our community and happy to be able to help the homeless.
Every bag that I made, I knew that it would make the homeless person I was going to give to more comfortable each bag, so they'll never have to lay on the dirt again.
As a family, we've been really blessed to be able to find and share this project not only within the family, but with everyone else. So thank you very much for helping us, and we look forward to this cause continuing to spread.
Thank you, Odyssey and Angel Project.
Thank you.
There are probably more folks than you can imagine that are actually in need and homeless in your local community. So get involved, learn how to make these mats, and you too can serve folks in a very practical way where you'll know that what you've just made for them will actually help them out tremendously.
As you can see, Odyssey Angels is a wonderful program with wonderful people, and no group is more deserving of this award tonight than Big Cypress Elementary from Naples, Florida. Come on up. These are the mats that you too can make at the Creativity Festival this week, and these guys will show you how to do it. Congratulations and thank you for looking out for others in your community. All right, it was announced earlier, but I would like to just reiterate, isn't it great to have NASA participating at Odyssey of the Mind World Finals? There are classroom activities and science talks. If you use the OMERS World app, you could link to a thing called Eventbrite. If you want to register, they're pretty full, but go to Eventbrite to register. If you have registered and find that you can't go, please do us a favor and go and remove yourself so someone else can have that seat. That would be great. So thank you, NASA, and thank you all associations who also have presented booths at the Creativity Festival. It's a blast. There's a lot of pin trading, and I'm sorry, it's going to be hot. That's just the way that is. Odyssey of the Mind has been around most of my life, but not all. Odyssey's taken over my life, and my family's as well. But when I see the kids and I see the parents, it's so blessed to be a part of it, to have any little part of making this happen. It's such an honor, and it is a blessing. And that's made possible because a long, long time ago, a gentleman said, Kids can be creative. Kids can think creatively. Let kids express themselves. Let them do it productively. And that person was Odyssey of the Mind founder and my father, Dr. Sam Miklas.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's my turn to also welcome you to the 2018 World Finals. It's just a marvelous thing. You're at a wonderful, beautiful university, and the people on the staff are working very hard to make this a great event for you. And we have this year 833 teams registered to compete. Those teams are from 14 different countries, and you just saw all of them. By applause, how many of you have been to the World Finals before? I say welcome back. By applause, how many are at, this is their first World Finals? That is, we welcome you, and I talked to a lot of teams before this week, and I told them, you're going to have one of the best times of your life. And we're going to do everything. We hope that this is a positive thing for all of you, and you remember for a long, long time. About 15 years ago, my friend who's the director from China, Mr. Chen Wei-sin, they had hundreds of members, schools in China. But he told me they were doing something different. They started a Odyssey of the Mind school. And the whole curriculum in the school is based on what we do. Problem solving, spontaneous problems, different kind of structure building labs and what have you. And then about 5 years later, I went back for their national finals, and I said, do you still have that school? He said, we have 39 of them. Then, a few weeks ago, he and his wife were visiting Carol and me while they were on different tours in America. And I asked him, I said, how many do you have now? How many Odyssey of the Mind schools are there? He said, 92. 92 schools that base their curriculum on what we do. This year, we have over 450 judges and officials volunteering their time to make this a terrific event. Those officials and judges and all the people that help are really great role models for their society. So that was a wonderful thing. Well, I want you to think about something. Millions of people, I have no idea how many, tried to get here. But you know what? You made it. You made it. And of all the teams when you competed, think about it for just a minute. This may be one of the greatest times of your life, something you're going to appreciate more and more the older you get. So my congratulations to everyone. You're really something. I think you go into a competition and you watch your opponents. And when they're finished, you give them an applause. You appreciate the work that they do. So this really isn't what they call a dog-eat-dog competition. It's more of a celebration of creative thinkers. So I think that is magnificent. And I think I look at your teams in admiration. You're just stimulating to everybody. And you made a commitment. When you joined a team, you made a commitment. Things go wrong. It's frustrating. Things go wrong, and at times you want to quit, but you don't. You stay with it. There was a great American inventor, Thomas Edison. And Thomas Edison was working on the light bulb. He tried to make a light bulb. And he had 1,000 times, 1,000 experiments that didn't work or he couldn't quite make it. And some reporter asked him, they said, how does it feel to have 1,000 failures? And he said, I don't have 1,000 failures. I don't have any failures. He said, the light bulb was an invention, but it just had 1,000 steps to get to where it worked. So that was commitment. I guess in a way, I have a little personal commitment. My wife, Carol, who ran the organization and built it, she was the executive director. And next month, we'll be celebrating our 60th wedding anniversary. So, I guess that's a commitment also. Anyway, but back to your commitment. Your commitment to your team. You learn to budget your money, you learn to budget your time, and you learn teamwork. And these are skills that are going to carry with you for the rest of your life. It's really, really an amazing thing, and it makes every one of you a winner. And now, excuse me, now it's time for the Odyssey of the Mind pledge. And I'm going to call William, my grandson, up, who's going to lead this pledge. William? Okay, thank you, buddy.
Before I start the pledge, I would please ask for all of you to stand up and join hands. Okay. Now, I want you all to repeat after me. Odyssey of the mind is in the air. In my heart and everywhere. My team and I will reach together to find solutions now and forever. We are Odyssey of the Mind. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let the games begin.
something good.